You can get a lot done when the community comes together and you get together and get things accomplished. My name is Kyle Gutierrez, and I'm a ceramic artist and the owner of Canon Street Ceramics. I lived in Lafayette basically my whole life. I left for a couple years when I went to college for my K through 12 art education degree, so I've pretty much been here my whole life. I think that one way that people benefit from art is just having the opportunity to explore something that they normally didn't. I mean, there are times that I just leave the house, come to the studio and make pots. Like, no real idea in mind, just going in there and making pots. And I think it's kind of therapeutic at times. Sometimes it's not, but sometimes it's therapeutic, you know, when you can just get in and just go into this place where you're creating. And I think sharing that with others is really important too. Like, a lot of people don't think of themselves as artists, really. It's intimidating, but like everywhere around you, there's art. I think I'm really inspired by like this sense of community in this town. I've spoken with people who have recently just moved here, and they talk about, oh, you go walking around town and there's this like sense of pride that you're like, you live in Lafayette, you're in Old Town, you know all your neighbors. That's one thing that inspires me and inspires this place too, is like, oh, well, you know, it can be something more than just a ceramic studio. It can be like a hub for community art. That's kind of what I see this place as being, is like a place for the community to come and participate in something that they might not normally have the opportunity to participate in. There are people that come in here and have never touched clay before, and then like 6 weeks later, they're like, man, I can't wait to get back in here and do some more of that. Community to me means just like coming together to meet these bigger goals that you couldn't meet on your own. And it's really inspiring just seeing like people coming in and getting inspired about this place. What I do, what drives me, is kind of experimentation and playing with different techniques to show to others. I think that my art really is based off of exploration of different techniques. There are all kinds of different styles that I'm inspired by, and different places that I just pick from, like mold making. You could even like take your arm and cover it in plaster and take it out, and then you have a replica of that arm, and you can cast that 100 times. And I think that that's one thing that I'm really interested in my work, kind of like capturing that realism, but it's still cast. And then from there, it can take on any kind of connotation. The thing I've found recently is just take stories from myself and being open with myself. I think being more open and honest with yourself allows others to connect with that a little bit more. The main source of income here for myself would be teaching classes, not really selling pottery myself or artwork. So I think that having a supportive community who's there to help and is wanting to learn and get involved in this space is kind of what allows me to explore some of these ideas and keep making pottery. So we started the quarantine clay event last March, kind of at the beginning of lockdown, and it was just an opportunity for the public to come pick up a ball of clay and make something at home, bring it back, and then we'd fire it and put it back out there. People can do it at their leisure. I think that that's like kind of some direction that we're trying to head, where we can just start sharing in that way. I was really bored, to be honest, because there was not a lot going on. So I thought that would be kind of fun. And one of my students told me, you need to take a picture of that and put it online. And I did. And it got like over 600 likes, like hundreds of comments, like a bunch of shares. A ton of people saw it, and a ton of people like asked to donate too, which was really great. I was reluctant to ask for money, but then we also took those donations and sent them to a local food bank. I didn't ask anyone for that, but they were more than willing to support. And from there, we were able to do something really, really good together. Having a community that supports this space really helps me continue to do what I'm able to do. We get really caught up with life and trying to keep up with that. And people never really explore. Some people don't have the opportunity to really explore what's inside. We're all on the same page and trying to reach the same goal. It's really nice when you see you can get a lot done when the community comes together and you get together and get things accomplished.